Hello, everyone. It is me, Sherry, again, coming to you to continue my chapter by chapter review of my extraordinary walk, 1 year anniversary of my book being released. Today, I'm going to discuss chapter number 13, which is Just Talk to Him. Now, this chapter is about praying, and with me, I do get on my knees and I pray, head bowed, hands together, in respect of the Lord. But there are also times when I just talk to Him. So the chapter of this book is Just Talk to Him, and I've had response from the Lord in both ways. So I want to tell you about a time where I just kind of talked to the Lord, and I want to tell you about the response that I got, so that you understand when I say you don't always have to be in prayer mode if you're in a prayerful mindset. Okay, so this happened. The story I'm about to tell you happened during a time where I was in I don't know, just a controversy with myself, with the church that I was belonging to, and my pastor did not seem to approve of my walk. I feel like the way that I found God was not the way that I was actually taught, but it didn't make it nonetheless real. So with me, my church life did not change, but my whole life, everything else about my every moment of my life is what changed. It made I feel like I was a better person. I was seeking God more. I was spending a lot more time in prayer, a lot more time in His Word. And to me, all the pastor saw of me was at church what I was doing, a few hours a week, and he didn't know anything about me outside of the church, which to me was more important because that represented how I was actually living my life. And everywhere with work, home, around friends, my family, So with that, I was just going back and forth with God, and I got to a point where I kind of was doubting my walk, doubting myself, because I didn't want to deceive myself. I didn't want to just be walking down the wrong path. If your pastor is kind of giving you the impression that he's not happy with what you're doing, it made me question, okay, Lord, if I am being deceived, if I'm walking down the wrong path, please straighten me out. So one day I go on walks pretty often. I was just talking to the Lord on my walk, and I probably walked about an hour, hour and a half, and talking to God the whole time. And then I was telling God that because, okay, I have my dreams and I put a lot of faith in my dreams because I believe that they were coming from Him, or the visions that I've had. I was telling God that if I wanted to hear from Him, but I wanted the answer to come from His Word, because I didn't want to have it to come in a way that I would have to interpret it, just in case I was interpreting something wrong. So basically, that was what I talked about God the whole time, talked to Him about everything. So after my walk, I get home, I wash my hair, do the things that I'm normally doing, and then I sat down to read the Bible. And when I sat down to read the Word, I was reading from the NLT version, and I was reading in Matthew. And I got to Matthew 10 through 11. This is the part of the Bible where it talks about the virgins, or the wise versus the foolish, with the lamps and the oil. And when I read that, it just struck a chord with me so much, and so much similar, that it to the dream that I had had previous. And the dream that I had had was actually just over a year previous to this experience, but I felt like this parable about the brides, where the door was locked and the foolish didn't have enough oil, so by the time they came back, it was too late. They couldn't get in, they couldn't go with the Lord. I felt like he was First of all, I felt like that was my dream. I felt like that parable represented the dream that I had. So what I felt like the Lord was doing is, because I asked Him to show me in His Word, He knew where I was going to be in the Bible. And He showed me in His Word that the dream that He had given me previous was from Him. That the message that I interpreted was correct. So it made me think that I could believe in my dreams. I could put my faith in what I believe the Lord was telling me. And I had to put aside the pastor's feeling, how he felt about my walk, because I felt like in the Lord's eyes, He was giving me confirmation that I was walking in the right direction. So when I say just talk to the Lord, yes, pray, but just talk to him. I think he hears us either way. And he knows when your heart is sincere, and he knows when you really need to hear from him. And he will show you exactly how you ask him to show you. I didn't want another dream. I didn't want another vision. I wanted him to show me in his word. And I felt strongly that what I was reading was an answer to my prayer, that I was hearing from him, so I had to disregard what anybody else was saying and continue on my walk, keep my focus on him. And that's a lesson for us all. Everybody is not going to like what you're doing and like your walk. Every church is not maybe doing things right, or maybe doing things as per the word of God. I just know that how I found God was definitely not how I was taught. So you have to stay in the word, stay prayerful, and when you know that you're hearing from the Lord, go with that over anything else, over anyone else's opinion, over what you think it should be, over any of that. Always pray about any decisions you have to make, especially when it comes to your church. You don't want to let the enemy get in there. So definitely pray, ask for confirmation. Ask for confirmation again, and ask for it again if you need it. And that's what I've kind of had to do. And I believe that he heard me, and he showed me exactly what I needed him to show me. So when it comes to speaking to the Lord, pray. Yes, you want to get on your knees and pray in reverence to him, but also just talk to him. He knows us better than we know ourselves, and I think he's always willing to listen. So that is it. This is chapter number 13. Just talk to him. Any questions? Get at me, SherryKirkland.com, Facebook. I'm still Sherry Kirkland there. You want the book? Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com. I appreciate it. If you're still watching videos, I appreciate you for listening, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you.